Hello, dear students. This is the 36th session in the paper titled 20th Century British and American Literature, prescribed for the 5th semester optional English students of Mysore University. This session is about the third act of the play All My Sons, written by Arthur Miller. Let us recap the incidents that happened in the previous session so that we can move forward. In the previous session, we saw Chris's reaction to Larry's suicide note, his father's retraction from the responsibilities, and how Chris convinces his father to look into the reality and understand his role in his son and 21 others' death. And also, we saw how subsequently his father Joe killed himself. The objective of this session is to understand the American dream, which is followed by the Keller family, and the consequences they have to face for for following the American dream or chasing the American dream. At the end of this session, we will understand how an individual family is chosen by Arthur Miller to showcase the whole society's situations. In this session, we will be concluding the play. We'll be understanding the concept of the American dream, which is also uh, where a person grows from rags to riches, and the terms like money is time, time is money are coined, and the consequences that people have to face when they are chasing these kinds of ideals. American Dream is a recurring theme in Arthur Miller's plays. Not only this play, but in many other plays, American Dream has been a constant, a continuous theme. Now, what we see here is Arthur Miller takes up the theme to illustrate the bad effects American Dream has on many people's lives. It is especially the middle class who choose to chase it and who fail miserably at the end. A quote from the play shows the effect of American Dream very effectively. It says, "You live 40 years into a business and they knock you out in 5 minutes. What could I do, Chris? I did it for you. For you, a business for you." This quote shows us how the chase to success through hard work is insecure. No job is safe. Hence, people involved in any business live in a constant fear that they might lose their job any minute. This insecurity causes them to believe that they have to reap as much profit as possible in a very short period of time, or even if possible, immediately. Joe's attitude towards money is based on this insecurity. He does not take any responsibility for the supply of faulty cylinders to the Air Force that not only killed his son Larry, but 21 other men. It also landed Steve, his friend, in prison. Joe Keller, despite having committed such a crime, seems to appear comfortable throughout the play as it kept him and his family financially stable. Financial stability is kept high above ethical or moral concerns. Kate was just like Joe. She does not understand the gravity of the situation. She is only concerned about the well being of her family. The two children of the family, Chris and Larry, have their own sights on morals that are totally different from their parents. Chris's outlook on morals began the argument with his father, but once Larry's outlook was revealed, this conflict rises. I read about Dad. How could he have done that? If I had him here now, I could kill him. I can't bear to live anymore. Larry committed suicide because he was embarrassed of his father's crime that he committed. Now, the Keller family's sons had a diverse vision on morals from their parents, setting a very high standard for them to live on. These conflicting observations among children and the parents caused Joe Keller to commit suicide. Now, Joe Keller's suicide is no tragedy, but it is just a consequence that he had to face after having committed such a heinous crime. He commits suicide when Joe's morals covered only his family. Therefore, at the end, because of Chris, when he realizes that his own son died because of his own actions, he cannot tolerate the gravity. Finally, the the intensity of the deaths that he caused hits home, and he commits suicide because he is unable to face himself, he is unable to bear the stress, he is unable to convince his son that he is innocent, and in a corner of his heart, he knows that he should also be punished like his friend Steve because he had as much responsibility in everything as Steve had. The only difference was that he somehow escaped the judgment. Steve was not lucky. And with this, he commits suicide. And Chris decides to leave his family, his hometown forever. He also leaves his childhood sweetheart, Annie, behind. Thank you.